This is the BarLive podcast, and on today's episode I have Debbie, General Manager of High Dive on Marina Boulevard.
Yep.
Thanks so much for coming on the podcast, Debbie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Us.
Us, right? I'm so excited to get started. I mean, this bar looks awesome. Got the disco ball, got all the taps on the ceiling. Can you tell me about how you guys got started?
We're at 15 and a half years ago. Two couples, Chad and Maya Klein and Ingrid and Eric Hua, decided they were going to open their first bar together.
Yeah.
And they took this place on. It was a pizza place before it was the High Dive, and they gutted it and turned it into the High Dive.
Cool.
Chad went on to open Harbor Town, Werewolf,
Gotcha.
Bonsai Bar, and all those cool spots. And Ingrid has made quite a landmark in all of San Diego since then.
Cool. And how did the High Dive name come to be? Why is it called High Dive? Do you happen to know?
Yeah, they were going for the upscale dive bar vibe, and so that's where it went.
Okay.
The High Dive. We have SeaWorld right down the street,
SeaWorld, yeah.
which has been known to have the highest dive and record. You can find it on YouTube. Guy dives up from the highest height into this little tiny bucket of water or something like that.
Okay.
It's pretty epic. It's on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a super cool origin story. And then, how did the theme of this bar come to be? All the taps on the ceiling and the disco ball. What's up with that?
Dude, the tap handles are sick, right?
Yeah.
So the High Dive actually was, from what I believe, one of the first local neighborhood dive bars that brought craft beer into their tap line. I remember the day that the Budweiser guy came into the High Dive. And the owner, Ingrid Hua, was like, "That's it, we're done with Budweiser, we're going all craft beer." And he was like, "You guys are going out of business." And she put her middle finger out and said, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah, look at you guys now.
And that was history. So the tap handles, we started rotating our tap handles, and we needed somewhere to put them, so up they went.
That's a great idea. Since you guys would say your specialty drink here is craft beer.
I mean, it was back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
What would you say it is now?
Peanut butter Jameson.
Jameson?
Yeah, peanut butter Jameson.
Oh, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
We make it on our own. We did not invent it.
You guys make it?
We make it here in house.
How do you do that? Or is that a trade secret?
Top fucking secret.
Okay. All these dive bars have these secrets. What's up with that?
I know. Well, you gotta have secrets. Hey, Rebecca. Can we get 2 peanut butter Jamesons?
We're back.
I'm getting loose.
Peanut butter Jameson,
So,
made in-house.
Yes, made in-house.
Trade secret.
Dude, so good.
Okay.
Cheers. Bottoms
Cheers.
up, big dog.
Oh my God.
Fucking good, right?
That is dangerous.
So good.
What's the most you had of these in one night?
I don't know. I blacked out.
I could make a milkshake out of that.
So good. You
Yeah.
just put a little protein in there. Have your protein shake.
Okay.
It's good
Nice.
stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys have the Jameson peanut butter shot. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you're going to bring me to taste?
I mean, what do you want?
Well, what are your other specialties here? Because this is pretty crazy. I've never seen this before.
Well, so that actually, what's the name of the place? There's a place in OB, the Noodle House. They actually created this. Their version of it. I loved it so much. I don't get over to OB too often because I'm always here.
Right.
And I wanted to make it, in my opinion, better than theirs. Theirs is really good. They created it, but we perfected it. I definitely can feel the heat from the Jameson in that one, which is the whole point. I started off as a server, bartended, assistant general manager, and then became the general manager. I've been general manager for about 7 years.
And what is being a general manager like at a dive bar like this?
It's revenge for not having children.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They get back at you, huh?
Absolutely, but it's all good. This place is crazy. It's crazy in here. During the day, you got families and children. We're all ages in here. At night, I don't know, you get parents that still bring their kids in even though people are hammered taking their tops off. It's
really?
It is what it is. People know what they're walking into.
Okay.
Obviously during the day, it's not like that, although it can be.
Okay.
You never know what you're going to get.
So when are the rowdiest hours here, you would say?
Friday nights.
Friday nights?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights.
Okay.
Just all the weekend nights.
All the weekend days.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And like, what type of crowd are you getting? Like college kids or locals or?
A lot of locals, and I would say like 30s and up. It's not we don't get a ton of young people. They typically stand out if they come in and they're like, oh man, who are all these old folks? But we're not old, you know?
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're calling them old. Like, come on. This place is rad, yeah. And I also saw, you got top handles, you got the gold, like, disco ball. Oh, and then we got another round. Thank you.
Mia.
Oh, God. All right.
My God.
Production assistant's probably going to have to drive later.
Perfect.
Cheers. Right, what was I saying? All right, you guys got like a gold theme down here. What's up with that?
Okay, so this past year, right when we were reopening after COVID, we're like, let's fucking change some shit up, you know? We took a couple cans of spray paint, we started hitting the bar. I couldn't get it as gold as I wanted, but we used to have a silver disco ball hanging, and I was like, well, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it.
Gotta be unique, right?
Gotta do it. So we went gold, switched it up, but that all stemmed from the Padres. The Padres going back to their yellow and brown.
Gotcha.
And
so that's like your sports team is the Padres.
Fucking love them.
Yeah.
Fucking love them.
I'm like kind of surprised because there's not enough like San Diego sports team bars. I'm like Seattle, Chicago, like every other place, and there's like barely any that do San Diego. I'm like, what's up with that? So respect.
We used to be the only Chargers bar in San Diego.
That's crazy. That's just ridiculous.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
The
are you
players,
still, even though they moved to LA?
One of our bartenders is still holding it down pretty hard with the Chargers. I wouldn't say collectively as a bar we're a Chargers bar. It died. I saw it happen here. I worked here, for a long time. Yeah. And when I first started working here, we'd play the San Diego Superchargers song every time they scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And we'd all the servers and bartenders would dance behind the bar. I mean, it was fucking buck wild in here. Nuts to butts, fucking from door to door. Like, you couldn't get through the room for any of the Chargers games. It was insane.
Yeah.
Over the years, I just saw it going down.
Since they left?
Since they left.
Yeah.
Well, and even when there was all the arguments about them leaving, it's like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, like, constantly threatening to leave you. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Stop threatening.
That totally makes sense.
That's my own take on it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Well, hey, at least you guys are still sticking with the Padres, and hopefully don't let us down next season. But
one of our bartenders, Mark, he still holds it down super hard for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Super hard.
Okay.
Like blasting the song, so my feelings aren't necessarily everybody's feelings.
So it's still a Padres Chargers bar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and then is that like baseball, football, the main sports you guys show here?
Oh, we do it. We show it all.
Okay.
But it's not. We're not. I mean, we're a sports bar. We show hockey. We'll have the Olympics on. We do a huge showing for the World Cup. It was insane in here when USA was playing Mexico. It was insane.
Oh yeah,
it was electric, dude. It was so fun.
That's so cool.
But we're also punk rock. A lot of skateboarding stuff goes on in here. We had viewed the King of the Road.
What'd you have?
A lot of have you heard of the King of the Road?
No.
It's something that Thrasher magazine puts on.
Okay.
Vice TV did a TV series with it, and we showed it here.
No way. That's so cool.
Sports, skateboarding, they're not the same, completely different. But
I mean, like punk rock, skateboarding, that kind of goes together.
We aren't any one in particular thing. We're fucking everything.
Yeah.
And
but you guys have your own like twist to it that I would say is very different from like other bars.
Yeah.
And you guys have a bunch of pinball back there. Yeah. Is that?
Dude.
How did that come about?
So there's a gentleman. His name's Keith. He is the pinball champion of the world. Did you even know that was a thing?
Like a sport? Like, is it considered a sport?
He fucking makes a living off of playing pinball, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, super cool dude. He's out of, which actually is kind of an oxymoron within the pinball community, to be cool and play pinball.
Okay.
Just throwing that out. No offense, pinballers.
Better watch out who watches it.
They know.
Okay.
Anyways, it's a joke. But, so anyways, Keith is from either Carlsbad or Encinitas. And many moons ago, he came to the High Dive and was friends with one of the owners and was like, let me put some of my pinball machines in here. And then we started holding tournaments. And
No way.
Yeah, dude, it was super cool.
A pinball tournament?
Yeah.
Is it just like who's getting the highest score and like?
You know, I never quite understood. They showed me their spreadsheet, but it like was beyond my comprehension. But it was definitely like an elimination type thing with points, and they had to play all the machines. And they still do it. But right, so he was our pinball guy for years, and Stern Pinball, I think, which is the biggest, currently making pinball machines.
You would know,
hired
of course.
him, and he relocated, moved to Chicago last year, born and raised San Diegan, and finally moved to Chicago to build pinball machines on his own. And so we lost him, but we gained a gentleman named Mark Schultz. He maintains our pinball machines. And he holds pinball tournaments
So when can you show up to a pinball tournament?
Well, we haven't had one since COVID, so we gotta
bring it back.
Gotta reboot that.
I mean, I'm really curious. Like, I'd like to see how that goes.
I'll take you on if you want.
All right. After this pinball 1v1.
Pinball lizards.
That sounds good. Cool. So you guys used to have the tournaments, but what other events do you guys have going here now?
Let's see. Well, I mean, everything's an event, but we do Thursday night steak nights, which is pretty fucking awesome.
Cool.
Like special steak nights every Thursday.
Fried Chicken Friday.
Fried Chicken Friday.
I love it.
We party all the time, so that's the thing.
You got good reasons to party, right?
Absolutely.
That's how you justify it, right?
On Wednesdays, we actually do a whole Mexican theme menu and cocktails, and we do $6 Fortaleza margaritas, which is fucking insane.
Wait, $6 for what?
Fortaleza and Cutwater margaritas.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So it's like top shelf. Yeah. It's super good.
Yeah. No, it seems like you guys got great deals on drinks here, so I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what are like your future goals for High Dive? I mean, it seems like you guys are doing great and bustling since COVID.
Well, one of our biggest future goals is to not fuck it up.
Not fuck it up.
Yep, just keep it fucking going, man. That's it. So Ryan Glenn, he bought the place in 2017.
Okay.
So he's the new owner, carrying us.
What's up, Ryan? We're on with Ryan, the owner of High Dive, and he's got a story to tell us all. About Duncan Hunter.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, I don't like putting people on blast, but it's kind of a funny one. He does did a Wounded Warriors fishing trip every year, and so he would take a bunch of guys out on a boat, half-day boat. They catch a bunch of rockfish, and then we come back down here. And we cook them up for them, make tacos. And we do that a couple times in a row, a couple years in a row. This most recent time, it was really weird because before they called like 3 weeks in advance, and I'm talking to his press secretary or whatever, and like this, it's all like, I talked to 10 people or at least 10 different times to get it set up. And it's like, yeah, man, just come on down. And this most recent year, it was like kind of last minute, like, hey, can we do this again? And sure, we can do it last minute again. Wake up on Wednesday morning and come in and greet these people, only to see in news that he is indicted. They're looking for him, and I knew where he was. He's on a fishing boat, but I guess when he got to the fishing boat, NBC was there and everybody's sticking mics in his face, and he got in a truck and he had to like ditch him, and so he ditched them all and he came here and he sat in that corner right over there, and he wasn't his usual gregarious self that day. He was more like kind of focused in on that, and that was the last time I saw him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite. Oh my god.
Kind of a good one.
So you're maybe the last person to see him before.
Well, I don't think he went to jail. I don't know. I haven't followed it. If he went to jail, I know there was some issue where his wife was in charge of his affairs.
So you knew Duncan Hunter through fishing?
No, I didn't know him at all. He knew the High Dive somehow. He knew the High Dive just from being a San Diego guy. We were all people to smoke on the patio, so I think that might have had something to do with his choice of venues.
Well, now that you're on the podcast with us, do you have any? I mean, I don't know if you could top that story, but are there any cool things that you've seen? How did you even decide to buy the High Dive?
So I worked at Ballast Point for many years, almost 20 years. The previous owner of the High Dive is currently married to my friend Youssef, who was the head brewer at Ballast Point back in the day.
Okay.
When Ballast Point was sold in 2016, he took the crew and spun off Cutwater Spirits.
Gotcha.
And so now Yusef's the founder of Cutwater Spirits. And the way the alcohol laws are set up in California, it's a 3-tier system. You have production, distribution, and retail.
Right.
And your family can't own 2 of the 3. So because he was married to Ingrid, they had to find a way to divest the bar. I've always been interested. It's my favorite bar.
Yeah.
Has been for years. I get Facebook memories all the time of me in here like 9, 11 years ago. So I found an opportunity here to come in here and kind of, I promised you, Ingrid, I'd keep the staff intact and try and keep the spirit of the place alive. And here we are 5 years and 1 pandemic later, and here we are alive and still having fun.
You guys are thriving.
I think we're having fun. Dude, I love this place. So many friends all around. No, man, come out and see us. It's a great place to be. We got the new patio from we had to build for COVID. It was, a drag that we had to shut down, and it was a drag that we had to be outside for so long, but here we are on the other side of it, and now we have this bitchin' new patio out there, and there's really nothing better than...
Got to take advantage of the San Diego weather, man.
Right. I mean, we're right across from the bay. You can come to the high dive, and it's like you get all the fun you would get out of going to a place in PB or OB. You don't have to deal with the madness of Newport or Garnett. And we still got the sea breeze. You can see some palm trees out there if you look for them. So we kind of get a little bit of that beach bar vibe without having to actually go to the beach.
Sure.
So come by and see us, have some food.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out.
And appreciate having you on, man.
Cool, dude. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
cheers, bro.